Your mind is poisoned. And the worst part? You've been the one pouring the poison in every single day. Let's not sugarcoat this. Your thoughts aren't neutral. They're not harmless. They're shaping your entire reality. How you see yourself, how you treat people, how people treat you back, and ultimately, the life you're stuck in. And if you're miserable, lost, or constantly repeating the same cycles of failure, it's not bad luck, it's the way you think. You've been trained to think small, to expect less, to tolerate mediocrity. You've been feeding your brain junk food, dopamine hits, endless scrolling, toxic relationships, pointless arguments, and now you're surprised that your life feels empty? That's like living off soda and fries and wondering why your body is breaking down. Here's the harsh truth. Your life is just a mirror of your mindset. You want to know why you keep dating the same type of toxic partner? Why you keep sabotaging opportunities? Why you're still broke, anxious, or numb after all these years? It's not the world. It's not fate. It's the patterns in your head that you refuse to break. You've built mental habits so destructive they've become invisible. They feel normal, but normal is exactly the problem. Shocking truth number 1. Your comfort zone is a coffin. Every day you protect it, you bury yourself deeper. Shocking truth number 2. Most of the things you complain about are problems you created through the very thoughts you refuse to challenge. Shocking truth number 3. No one is coming to rescue you from your own mind. Not your partner, not your family, not your boss, not even motivation. You are both the poisoner and the antidote. And until you see that, nothing changes. So let's reset. Let's rip this poison out before it rots you from the inside. But first, you need to face the uncomfortable reality. Your brain is not your ally right now. It's your enemy. It whispers excuses, justifies your laziness, rewrites failure as bad luck, convinces you that you're powerless. And you've believed it for years. But here's the pivot. Your brain is also programmable. Just like a muscle, it can be trained, rewired, and rebuilt, which means the trap you're in isn't permanent. It's not destiny. It's just conditioning. That's the small shift I need you to burn into your mind right now. You're not broken, you're programmed, and programming can be rewritten. Stop treating your poison as identity. It's not just the way you are. It's not your personality. It's a set of patterns you've practiced for so long that they feel real. But they're not real. You can choose new thoughts the same way you choose new habits, and once you do, the entire way you experience life changes, not because the world magically gets easier, but because your mindset finally stops working against you. So let's be blunt. Either you keep letting your brain poison you, or you learn how to detox it. There's no middle ground. And if you're not willing to face that, stop pretending you want a better life. Because wanting without rewiring is just another form of lying to yourself. Here's your first challenge. Spend the next 24 hours watching your thoughts like a hawk. Notice how often your brain feeds you garbage, self-doubt, blame, excuses, comparisons, fear. Don't try to fix it yet. Just notice it, because awareness is the first antidote. And when you see how much poison you've been drinking daily, you'll finally understand why your life tastes the way it does. This isn't about positivity. It's about survival. Your mindset is poisoned. Resetting it is easier than you think. The only question is, will you face the poison or keep drinking it? Your move.
You've seen the poison. Now let's rip it out. Here's the second slap of truth. Your life won't change until your standards change. Not your dreams, not your wishes, not the affirmations you whisper to yourself at 2 a.m. when you're scared. Your standards. Right now, your standards are pathetic. That's why you tolerate garbage habits, garbage relationships, garbage excuses. You've trained yourself to think, this is just how life is. No, that's not life. That's the result of your low standards. Let me ask you, when did it become okay to settle for mediocrity? When did scrolling for hours feel more normal than building the life you want? When did tolerating a partner who drains your soul feel safer than walking away? When did letting your body decay feel more comfortable than demanding strength? You don't get what you want in life. You get what you tolerate. And right now, you tolerate poison. That's the poison's deadliest trick. It convinces you that one more day like this won't matter. that you can fix it later, that you can start next week, next month, next year. But let me break it to you. Time isn't neutral. Every day you let poison sit in your system, it spreads. Every excuse compounds. Every delay makes you weaker. You think you're standing still, but you're not. You're sinking. And here's the ugly truth. If nothing changes, 5 years from now, you'll be worse than you are today. More bitter, more anxious, more empty. That's not a possibility. That's math. That's how habits compound. But here's the flip side. Your antidote works the same way. One standard raised, one action taken, one excuse killed. That's how you reset. Not with massive overnight reinvention, but with ruthless daily refusal to swallow the same poison. So let's get practical. Pick one standard in your life that you will no longer tolerate, just one. Maybe it's your health. Maybe it's your finances. Maybe it's the dead relationship you've been clinging to. Whatever it is, draw the line today. Decide, this ends here. Then take one action that proves you mean it. Cancel the subscription. Walk away from the toxic person. Sign up for the gym. Block the app. Whatever it is, make it real. Because here's the truth no one likes to admit. Change isn't about visualization. It's about proof. Your brain believes what you do, not what you say. Every action is a vote for the identity you're building. And right now, you've been voting for weakness. You've been voting for poison. You've been voting for the same old story of being stuck. And then you wonder why your life feels like a rerun. Stop pretending it's complicated. It's not. It's brutal, but it's simple. You reset your mindset by raising one standard and refusing to ever lower it again. That's how you detox the poison. Not by waiting for motivation, not by consuming endless advice, not by hoping for a breakthrough moment, but by deciding right now that there is a line you will not cross again. Do it once, and you'll feel the shift. Do it daily, and you'll tear down the trap. That's how you escape. Not by waiting for motivation, not by hoping for luck, but by cutting misery out of your life one disciplined action at a time. Because here's the last slap of truth for this section. Most people will die poisoned, not because they didn't have opportunities, but because they never drew the line. So I'll ask you again, what's the one standard you'll no longer tolerate? And more importantly, what action will you take today to prove it? The poison won't leave on its own. You either spit it out or swallow it deeper. Your choice.
Let's get real. You don't have a mindset problem. You have a discipline problem. You keep thinking your brain is broken, that you need some magical mindset hack, some secret affirmation, some aha moment to finally flip the switch. But here's the blunt truth. Your brain doesn't change because you understand. It changes because you act differently, again and again, until the new pattern becomes automatic. Right now, your mindset is poisoned because your actions keep feeding the poison. You say you want clarity, but you drown your brain in noise. You say you want confidence, but you avoid every hard thing that could build it. You say you want love, but you keep chasing the same toxic dynamics that destroy you. Your actions betray you, and your brain isn't fooled. That's why you feel fake when you say, "I'll change." That's why motivation fades. That's why you keep circling back to the same self-destruction. Because your brain doesn't believe words. It believes evidence. Every decision you make, every action you take is evidence. And right now, your evidence screams, "I'm weak. I'm inconsistent. I don't mean what I say." That's why you feel powerless. That's why your self-talk is toxic. Because deep down, you know you've built no proof to trust yourself. But here's the breakthrough. You don't need to fix your entire life. You just need to start stacking evidence in the opposite direction. One action, one choice, one standard at a time. Confidence? It's not a feeling, it's a scoreboard. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you add a point. Every time you break one, you subtract. Simple math. You've been running a losing streak, and now you're shocked you don't trust yourself. Stop making it mystical. Stop making it emotional. Confidence is just a scoreboard of discipline. And here's what should shake you awake. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your standards and habits. That's why you keep sabotaging relationships, not because you're unlucky in love, but because you've trained your brain to normalize dysfunction. That's why you keep sabotaging your money, not because you're cursed, but because you've normalized impulse over discipline. That's why you keep sabotaging your growth, not because you lack potential, but because you've normalized excuses. The poison is in the normalization. So let me hammer this into your head. The reset begins the moment you stop tolerating the lies you tell yourself. You don't need more motivation. You don't need to feel ready. You don't need a perfect plan. You need one thing: brutal honesty. Look yourself in the mirror and say, I am the problem, and I am the solution. That's the reset. That's the antidote. Not positivity, not affirmations, not waiting for some new season of life. Just the raw truth that you've been poisoning yourself and only you can stop. So, here's the final challenge, and I dare you to take it seriously. For the next 7 days, keep one promise to yourself daily. Just one. Doesn't matter how small. Wake up when you said you would. Finish the workout. Write the page. Make the call. One promise kept without negotiation. Why? Because that's how you prove to your brain that the poison is leaving. That's how you rebuild trust with yourself. That's how you reset your entire life, one undeniable piece of evidence at a time. Do this for a week and watch what happens. You'll feel it, the shift, the spark, the subtle but powerful realization, I can trust myself again. And once you taste that, you'll never go back. Because here's the last slap of truth. Poisoned mindsets don't kill you overnight. They kill you in slow motion through wasted years, broken trust, toxic love, and unrealized potential. But the reset? That can begin in a single moment. And that moment is now. Your mindset is poisoned. Resetting it is easier than you think. The only question left, are you going to keep drinking the poison or finally spit it out and start living?